What age is old to you? I'd say old starts at 55. By your 50s, most of what you will ever do, your impact on the world has already occurred and gone by. What you are has already been defined through your life choices and how those choices affected yourself, your close ones, and the rest of the population. Even if you were to change into a different person in your 50s, who you were before took up the majority of your life, and is therefore more who you are to others than what came after. Depends on the definition. I have met 90-year-olds that are in good health, of sound mind, have social networks, and one was even working home. Not met him, but President Jimmy Carter probably is one such person, and my prayers are with him and his wife. On the flip side, been around 60-year-olds that seem to just exist. 60-65. Cause I feel like being old is considered when you have a life expectancy left of like 15 years or so. And I do know a shit ton of people who did die even before reaching 60 despite me being fairly young, so it's kind of a depressing topic, but yeah, that's how I see it. Changes as you age. My grandpa was reading the obits when he said, John Doe died, he was 78. Damn, he was an old fart. I said, aren't you 76? Silence for a few seconds, the grandpa replied, it's a damn shame he went so young. Well, the old confirmed age of anyone ever was a French lady who was 122, so based on that I would say something like 0-35 young, 36-70 middle-aged, 70-100 old, 100 very old. To those saying something along the lines of depends who's doing the considering, I'm asking you what you think right now. Thanks for all the responses so far. Very interesting. You know how, when filling something out online, and you're asked to indicate what age range you are, it hits you that you're old when you realize you're in the last age bracket. My age. I'm 36 but have all the health problems and bone problems of an 80-year-old. Therefore I'm old. Not to mention more gray hair than most 60-year-olds. Judging from people I know, 80s seem to be when things start to deteriorate. Still happy and functional, just more medical problems and doing things slower. I would say mid-30s to 40s. I'm 26 and I'm dreading turning 30 because I feel like I'm really going to have to get my life together and start adulting. LOL. I'm 51, currently watching my parents' mental health decline rapidly. They are 80. That is old. At 51, I can still outwork some kids on the football pitch. 50. Thoughts of retirement sets in, you're just simply feeling it, and you know as time will go on, it could potentially worsen from there. Depends on physical mental health for me. As a nurse, I've seen very old people in their 40s and not old people in their 70s. I think it's different for everyone. I've met young 75-year-olds and old 25-year-olds. It depends on your outlook, I think. As a 43-year-old I would say 70. Oh no, I thought 40 was old when I was a teenager. I'll just move the goalpost as I age. This one is easy, fall down. If everyone kinda laughs, you're good. If a few folks run over and ask you okay? You're old. I'm 24. I think, although not old, the age 40 signifies the end of any ounce of youth that you had left within. I guess somewhere around mid-40s, since that's when people most likely live more than half their lifespan. Fall down in public. If everyone laughs at you, you're still young. If they rush to help you up, you're old. It is literally 35, the age when you are not considered part of the younger generation by pollsters anymore. A lot older than when I was young. I see 70-year-olds that seem more energetic than me 50. So maybe 80ish, depends on the person, but I've seen old 60-year-olds and young 70-year-olds. So call it 80 at the latest. Now I'm in my 60s, I'm starting to feel about middle-aged. My mom died at 92, so I'm thinking 90 is old. As a 40 years old, 40. If I can throw my back out from a random sneeze, my better days are far behind me. The age when your bones can tell you when it's gonna rain. So between 25-110 is potentially old. Almost living a millennium is old for me. That goes to the first living being ever, Adam, thoughtful face, triumphant face. 15 to 20 years older than I am now until I am with people 15 to 20 years younger than me. I'm a 30-year-old woman. 30 is old for a woman. It certainly isn't young or sexy anymore. I think like 66. If you say you're older, I don't think anyone would contest you. Now, you're definitely not young once you hit 40, but you're definitely old once you hit 60. When they're about 15 years older than whatever my age happens to be at the time. Any age that is older than mine, and you're a child if you are younger than me. 0-10 kiddo. 10-20 teeno. 20-30 semi-adult. 30-45 adult. 45-60 semi-old. 60 old, when girls stop sitting on your lap and instead give up their seat for you. I work in a nursing home. We pretty much call anyone under 80 young. When I was a kid it was 50. Now, I'm 50, grimacing face. Now, I'd probably say 70. Every time my birthday comes along, I say this is an old age.